Good afternoon. Welcome to our June 9th edition of The Staff Are Here. We're here for you, and we know that you are watching attentively as to what we're going to say, and we're going to get stuff going right away. Farah said, I really want to go first. I really want to go first. So Farah gets to go first.
Okay, I'm going first because I have 2% left on my computer battery right now. So just so you know, my computer might shut me down. But the last couple of weeks, I've talked about Bethel's outreach and giving to local community agencies, but we also have two really important Tanzania partners that we have long time relationships of supporting. One is New Life Band, and the other is Operation Bootstrap, both in Tanzania. And June 5th, the New Life Band had information about how you can help them during this very difficult time. The COVID is having a devastating effect on their ministry. And so you can look for more information there. With Operation Bootstrap, we got a letter from their from the head there, and that's the includes the group, the Maasai Girls School, that we actually support 2 students fully with scholarships. And I'll just read this real quick. It says, as stressful as it is for Americans enduring shortages of toilet paper and restricted travel, please keep our brothers and sisters in Africa in mind that while we have shortages of protective gear, they have shortages of hospitals and basic health care. So please pray for the people of Africa. Their faith is all they have to comfort them at the time of this pandemic. So we are making additional COVID-19 aid donations to both New Life Band and Operation Bootstrap. So you can also send your donations in, and we'll make sure they get your donations as well. So thank you all. Be safe.
Thank you, Farah. Elise from The Mandalorian, tell us things.
So I wanted to talk about shelter in place. As things begin to, as the rules begin to change and we get more back out into more regular routines and we're meeting with other people and stuff, it occurred to me that some people may not be quite so comfortable as others as to what the appropriate social distance might be. Like these guys behind me, they're probably not doing real good social distancing, right? So in order to help you regulate your social distancing, I thought of 5 tools that you can use to help regulate your own social distancing. Number 1, garlic.
Nice.
Number 2, bagpipes.
No.
Number 3, don't bathe or shower for a week. Number 4, sneeze a lot. And number 5, you could wear a suit with long spikes sticking out all over it in all different directions. Oh, that's it.
Good hint.
Way to go. Thank you, Elise. Patricia, share some kind words with us.
Yeah, well, I do want people to come together. I've been missing people, and last Sunday we had a good Zoom turnout for our virtual art fair, so thank you to all who attended. And I know people are missing each other too, but if technology is the problem, we're here to help you in any way to make things really easy, because it is really easy. It's just a push of the button from a link on the webpage. And so I'm looking forward to more of you guys joining us at Coffee Hour or Women of Wednesday and Pastor Dawn's. We miss you guys, and try us out. And we'll see you around. Just keep on continuing being safe. We love you all.
Thank you, Patricia. Pastor Dawn, share a little bit with us.
Yeah, well, it's good to greet all of you again. And I'm just kind of impressed by Elisa's advice there. 5 steps, sort of reminds me of I'll share it another time, but a T-shirt I had, advice from Buffalo, And the last thing on the list was let the chips fall where they may. anyway, that's a little aside humor, maybe not appropriate for this, but, and anyway, I'm pleased that you're all staying safe and healthy. And I'm going to underscore part of what Anne Marie might say, encouraging all of you to do your homework on the surveys, because they were sent out, and that's how the call committee is going to know what the people of Bethel feel is most important in calling a pastor. And so if you don't fill out your survey, please don't complain afterwards. Well, that's putting a little bit of law in there, but it's true. You know, if we don't speak up when we have the opportunity, then we probably ought to just be quiet afterwards. Yeah. So please do that, and please continue to stay safe and keep in touch, and don't hesitate to call when and if you want to, myself or one of the staff, and we'll take some time and spend in conversation with you. Take good care. Blessings.
Thanks, Pastor Don. So did Anne Marie. Did Pastor Don say the right things for you to say?
You want me to go next?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, well, he's reminding you to fill out your surveys. And we had some great conversations. We had a small Zoom group, say that fast, small Zoom group that met on Sunday, another one that met on Monday last night. And we just had a really good discussion with staff here, talking about things like, you know, what would we tell a pastor to get them excited to come to Bethel, about things that have been happening in the last year, and not just COVID, but things that have been going on in the last year about why is Bethel really fabulous? And we were talking about things like, well, what would Bethel look like 5 years from now, related to community or programs or faith? And what are then those things that we really need in a pastor that's going to help lead us into that future, that can help us envision that future? And so you might be sitting there and saying, wow, those are great conversations. I really want to be part of that. And I can say you can, because you can find those exact questions on survey part B. And there's two parts, part A and part B. And part A has there's 4 sections that you will fill out, that you circle the box. And part B, you can write anything you want. You can write a word, you can write a sentence, you can write lots of sentences. So don't be worried about doing part A and part B, because we really need the answers to those kinds of questions about who we are, where are we going, and what do you think is most critical in our next lead pastor. And one thing I will say as well, when you fill out the surveys, so there was an email that went out yesterday, so the links are really close. You can find the link to it again. Because we're having a little bit of challenges on some of the way different PCs and Apple systems are set up, my advice, Anne-Marie's advice, is as soon as you open the file, save it in a place you might know where you saved it, because then you won't lose any of your answers. And that way, then you can attach that file and send it in to the address that's listed in the instructions. So I look forward, as the member of the call committee, that the whole call committee is excited to hear from you and help us figure out where we're going with our next pastor. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you, Anne Marie. Amanda, I heard the takeout churches went out, and they're a huge hit throughout the county. So thank you for doing that. Tell us some other stuff too.
Well, along those lines, Tom, I'm glad you led me into that. I do want to talk about Takeout Church, the piece in it, the flat Jesus. I encourage you to color yours like I colored mine, and to start taking pictures with flat Jesus, whatever you're doing right now. And you can send them in to our email, where they will be shown at the beginning of our online worship. And we'd like to see what you're doing right now, besides the movie I'll be making at the end of the summer. Take care.
That's awesome. Thanks, Amanda. So if Jesus were here right now, which he is in spirit, he'd be looking at his own personal Zoom of the
Nice.
Last Supper. Obviously, the disciples are not socially distancing; they're like within an inch of each other's faces. But it is a crazy time. I'm struck by one of the Channel 7 reporters, name's Reggie Aki. He has a piece that keeps running that I really find helpful, and I'm going to try to show it on Sunday. He says, if you're not feeling okay right now, it's okay. It's okay to not feel okay. And sometimes we don't want to give ourselves permission. And I think one of the things that the church can have a place in our lives is that it's a place where we can be transparent and say, we're not okay. And those are the times we can find healing. So we're continuing to try to find those ways to build that kind of community and offer those things to each other, and also remind ourselves that God hasn't forsaken us or left us. It's just a different time. And so keep on looking for ways to be connected. Keep looking for ways that you can share with other people. I think that's a lot of times a way that we can work through our own feelings of sadness or insecurity. So we're here for you. Pastor Don shared a few ways. You have all our contact information, and please get us if you can. One other thing I'm just going to share really quick. One of my high school students, Abby Caldwell, who right now is in Wisconsin, is doing an Eagle Scout project to gather masks and mask supplies. If you're interested, let me know. I've got some instructions, and we're going to be gathering. I'm going to collect those at my house. And a couple other places here in the Bay Area, as well as in Wisconsin, and then we'll get those out. So you guys know that, and hopefully we can make that happen. So that being said, have a great week. We will see you very soon. And yeah, God loves you. Bye.
Bye.